All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the CIPA PMUX check-in. We have a light agenda. I actually always didn't finish filling out my number 2, so let me do that. But the first one is Dove. You can start.
Yeah. Let me see what I have to the agenda. Andre, is it your research that I wanted to discuss? Right?
Yes, I think it is.
Yeah.
So I met with Dov for like half an hour. We discussed findings for the authoring group, and Dov suggested that I might join this meeting and answer some questions if you have any. So yeah, that's it. I don't have anything like prepared to present or to show. I hope that you all saw the findings. So in case you have any questions.
I think maybe it's a bit worth to like explain the Kano model in a bit, and then maybe we can go over the finding.
Sure. Okay. So let me just quickly share my screen. I hope this is the correct one. So Kano model. Kano model is a framework that gives us some lens to look at the feature prioritization. It basically breaks it down to 2 main dimensions that each feature provides some satisfaction to users, and you have to invest in it to some extent. And for these 2 dimensions, there are multiple groups of features that are located somewhere on these 2 dimensions. And these groups, the most important ones are features that are must-have. These features are basically regardless of how much you invest in these features, people are not going to be particularly satisfied, but it's necessary to invest in them because otherwise they would feel frustrated by not having them. Then there are performance. This is another category that says that the more you invest into these features, the more satisfied will people get. And then there is a third category that's called attractive. And so people don't expect to have these features by default, or yeah, they say they wouldn't be frustrated if the feature wasn't there. But in case it is there, they feel delighted, they are happy. And the more you invest in these features, I would say the delight really goes high with even a little investment into these features. Yeah, Dov shared this graph, and there are graphs for all of these different categories in the article that I shared. Yeah, so just
okay,
like
I think it's important to like follow by example, and also for us, for PMs and designers, it's super important to understand this framework because there are so many requirements. We have internal users, we have external users, so many things that we think are important. And this research actually help us to map all of the features and understand, like, if we'll invest in like this, what we'll have, and we will invest in the other feature, this is what we'll have. So like, for instance, for me, a must-have feature for pipeline authoring, for instance, is the syntax. Okay, in every CI tool, you'll have like the syntax, the keyword, and it's a must be. And there will be always users that will ask for like more improved syntax and improved syntax. So we are in a level that we are like in the must-have, we are like at the edge, because like, yes, there are always room for improvement, but it will not satisfy the users. Okay, we have enough to complete the goal. Now they want like more improvement. So syntax is a good example for a feature like that is must be in pipeline authoring, where the pipeline visual builder is an example, a perfect example for an attractive feature, because it came like as number one as attractive. And we actually saw that when users saw it, they were amazed. They would say, "Oh, that's like amazing. I didn't expect it to have it. So if I won't have it in the product, I won't be frustrated. But now, because I've seen it, then I think it's one of the best things I've ever seen. Like, so this is like the attractiveness. And I would say that I've done this kind of model when we were in APM and now in CI. And there are differences, because in APM, we were lacking so many features. So for me, doing the Kano model helped me to understand, okay, what are the must-be features? I didn't look at the attractive features at all, because I said, okay, we don't have even the bare minimum to start working and providing some sort of a solution for our users. And here in CI, we are in different position. This is not APM. We are lovable. This is why in the Kano model, I actually looked at the features that are more attractive and said, okay, this is where we need to invest furthermore. So it's not like it's a framework. It's a good framework, but it's not. It doesn't give you like true or false, like okay, right or wrong. It gives you like, okay, depending where you're at the market, those are the areas that you need to focus on if you want to improve the customer satisfaction. And this is super important to understand. So when you're reading this finding, think about where are we positioned in the market in CI, and according to that, try to understand where we want to invest. Now, it's not a must. It's not things that we must do, but it's like a recommendation for all of us to take into the system of priority that we do in our mind or in planning issues. Yeah.
I like it. Hey, Andre, can you add a link to that issue that you shared at the beginning? And is in that issue a link to the raw data that you were showing in that spreadsheet?
Yes, sure. I just added it to the agenda, and
yeah, that's perfect.
There are all the links. You can find
I see
them.
there.
And
yeah, I see the spreadsheet with response. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Spreadsheet with responses is spreadsheet with the responses from the survey. But what's more important is the spreadsheet with calculations, where these responses are turned into the scores and the prioritization. That will be probably more interesting for you. Yeah, one of the powerful things about Kano model is, as I mentioned, that we have plenty of different important factors that we can consider in prioritization. Kano model simplifies it a lot, and because of that, it's very easy to ask about this, and it's very easy to collect feedback from our users, and yeah. So the simplicity, I think, is one of the most powerful things about it.
Yeah, I love it. This is very exciting. As a designer, I'm very excited to work on features that fall into attractive category, because that's usually when you get to be more creative and focus on really polishing things and making them delightful. So yeah, this is exciting. And also it's really cool to have something so tangible, because I think a lot of the research that we do is qualitative in nature, and having something so tangible and so easy to refer to gives us, I don't know, it gives me more clarity. So thanks so much, Andre, for working on this.
So I'm new to the Kano model, so thanks for that link, Dove, and then for this research, Andre, so that I can read up on the model and then see how it's applied with the research that you did, Andre. Well, I'll wait. I think I have a lot of questions, but I think it'll be answered once I read through. And if not, I'll put my questions in a comment on the issue.
Yep, sure.
That's super cool. By the way, on the attractive features, it made me think of an article I read quite a while ago about some of the philosophy when Apple launches every new version of their iPhone. They don't try to cover every feature that their competitor has. They just choose one or two amazing things that would surprise and delight a user, which makes me think that attractive category or classification is what is similar to what they're doing as a one feature delight. Like I remember when it came out, the high pixel camera capability on the iPhone, and this is a long time ago. It was maybe back in 2010, and it was amazing at that time. And they focused so much energy because the phone didn't do a lot of other things, but it had that camera thing, and it completely made obsolete the market for the flip camera, which was now that it's integrated into a phone. It was amazing.
They actually, in the explanation, they actually provide that not that exact, but they provide like the iPhone as an example for the attractive feature. Like first time you saw an iPhone, you didn't expect it to be like touchable and everything. I remember like we showed the iPhone and said, okay, how are we going to use it? And he just like scroll it with finger, and everybody were like amazed. So that's exactly that.
Yeah, maybe we should come up with our own phrase for it. The mind blowing, the mind blower. I don't know.
Used to call it a killer feature. That was
the
like
what? What?
Killer feature. That was
killer feature. Oh, I like that.
That's the industry standard, I think. Killer feature.
So is this what we're going for when users try GitLab CI for the first time? They have to react like this, like, oh my God. So this will be what we're aiming for.
Oh, we should have, we should, because a lot of our mocks for 3-year vision are aspirational. We should have like a clip that puts together all of the reactions, the killer, this is a killer thing, or the mind-blowing reaction, and put them all together as a, slice them together as like 10 reactions of what people's faces look at when we blow their mind. That would be a fun video. So on agenda item 2 is mine. I just wanted to give a heads up, and I want to talk a little bit about the upcoming GitLab CI AMA. I think all of us, PA and CI designer and PMs, have signed up to participate in that. Dove and I were just talking about it prior to this meeting at our weekly one-on-one, that the format is actually entirely question and answer. There's when you look at the let me go grab the issue. When you look at the this I'll add it here in the agenda. The AMA issue that John, our evangelist, is organizing, he has he says that the first 5 minutes he'll do intro, and then the remaining 45 minutes is purely for question and answer, which makes me realize there's not a lot of opportunity both for PA or CI to talk about our vision unless the question comes up. So Dove and I were thinking, we can have our deep links ready to go, or maybe added to John's agenda if he puts one out. That deep links to our videos, both our maybe our 3-year vision video, we want to market that. Vitika and I are also going, we had talked about doing a video, not just on our 3-year vision, but I'm thinking maybe just the 1-year focus one as well. So anyways, I scheduled that for us next week, and a time that was open in all of our calendars. And I'm thinking ahead of time, if I have anything to share with PA team, and then vice versa, we'll do that, share it in advance, and then we can just do a little planning in that. My guess
Yeah.
is we will have time to present. I don't know. It depends.
So
I don't think.
yeah, let me just, there is a link for the actual meetup. And in the meetup, there is an agenda. In the agenda, there's like welcome remark, and then there is like the pipeline editor preview for like 20 minutes, and then AMA with CI team. So it seems that we have a slot 20 minutes to talk about pipeline editor for
okay. So 10 minutes for PA, and then
I mean we can definitely split it, because it says like pipeline editor preview, so it's like 20 minutes on the pipeline editor. But first of all, we can change that. We can change the agenda. I mean, it is not set in stone. We can ask for like 10 minutes pipeline editor preview, and then 10 minutes. You name your feature, your killer feature that you want to present, and just ask John to update it.
Yeah, do you know what? That's a good idea. What you said is maybe each team is prepared to talk about our killer feature, so that we don't try to overload them with too many ideas from our vision. Okay, that's a good idea. Maybe that's how we do it. And then next week when we get together at the sync I schedule, we can sync on, because Vitek and I are working on 2 different concepts for our 1-year vision, and maybe we can discuss which one from PA team, which one you think should be the one. We can give each other's some feedback. Okay.
You can use the Kano model. Whatever came up as like number 1 in the attractive, it could be.
I'll have to go look at that and see which ones apply to the stuff that I've already have as the focus for our 1-year focus, if it comes up. But if there's not something there that's relevant to what Vitek is already designing for on our 1-year focus epic, then I want to stick with what Vitek is designing for, so that we don't have to, Vitek, so you don't have to switch gears and accommodate something new. I want to go with what you're already working on. Anyways, that'll be very interesting to. It'll be a wider audience looking at some of our planned vision items. I'm hoping, I think John said that he's soliciting questions in advance so that our team can prepare for it, but I haven't gotten any communication from John yet. But this is still a week and a half away, this December 15th meetup. Okay. All right. Next agenda item. Oh, I threw on there Viteka's read only from the last week's session, or the last session 2 weeks ago, because it was canceled, just for awareness. I added it there. If there's nothing else, I guess we can finish early. Does anyone have anything else? All right. Well, let's finish early so I can go back and read all this, the research that Andre was sharing. There's a lot in there that I haven't had a chance to consume. Bye, folks.
Bye. Bye, everybody.